Today we're making crochet garland. I'm using Michael's loops and threads. The color is sage, a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, a darning needle, and you'll need a pair of scissors. I will leave all this information in the description box below. My yarn is from Michael's and it's called Loops and Threads. The color is sage. So we're going to start by making our slip knot. And we're going to place it over our crochet hook. I am using a 5 millimeter crochet hook, and then we're going to chain 40. If you're unsure how to make a chain, I do have a video in the description box on how to do that. So I am going to speed up the chain here for time purposes. Once our 40 is chained, we are going to make the first leaf of the garland. Now we have our 40, so I'm going to work the second chain from the hook and make a slip stitch. To make a slip stitch, you insert your hook into the stitch, grab that working yarn with the hook, pull through 1 and pull through 2. After that, we're going to take our hook and make 6 single crochets right here where we made our slip stitch. So again, we're going to do 6 single crochets. Making a single crochet, we're going to insert the hook, grab the working yarn, pull up, wrap the yarn around, and go through 2. We're basically making a circle, making the single crochets. You're just going to continue going around. The pattern is going to be the same for each one of the leaves or petals of the garland, whatever you want to refer to it as. Just continue working around. We're doing 6 single crochets. We've made our 6 crochets and now it's time to slip stitch into the first stitch. So just insert your hook, take that working yarn, pull it through, and then pull it through the second stitch. Now we're going to chain 10 to make our way to the next petal. Now if you want, you can make more chains than just 10, but whatever chains you make, you'll want to add 2. So now I'm going to go to the second chain from the hook, just like I did before, and make a slip stitch. Grab that working yarn, pull it through 1, pull it through 2. Now I'm going to start my single crochets where my slip stitch was made, and I'm going to make 6 single crochets just like I did before. I'm going to give you a few ways to style this so you can wrap it around your shelves, you can use it as a backdrop for photos. You can style it on a fireplace mantle, drape it across your window or your curtain, or even put it on your Christmas tree. As you can see, I'm making my way and mine is getting quite large. You can add things to your garland like words or beads. You can also add stockings or flowers. Something I think would be cute is to add the berries from the Dollar Tree and just take some glue and stick some on for a Christmas theme. But as I said, you can also add flowers. So in the spring, you could add or make crochet flowers and attach them to your garland. The possibilities are really endless with this project, and it's so simple to do. If you have any questions about how to make this project, just leave them in the description box below. I do try to get back to as many comments as I possibly can. And I know that if I sometimes don't see a comment, which that sometimes does happen, by the way, one of the other viewers, I notice they will always help answer other people's questions, and that's really sweet. So again, I'm going to fast forward for time purposes, but you can make as many of these little pretty petals as you like. And I am personally making 24 on my vines. And then I'm going to show you how to end this project. I'm going to show you how to tie off on the end. Now I am on my last petal, so I'm going to crochet 40 again. So I'm going to crochet a chain of 40, and this is how I'm going to end my other side. That's what you're going to use to style or attach your garlands. Remember, we're starting with 40 chains and we're going to end with 40 chains. If you don't hang it, you can always hide this tie. I'm getting down to the end of my 40 chains, and I'm going to make the last one and cut that yarn off. And then I'm going to show you how to hide that into the actual chain. So I'm just going to cut, and then I'm going to pull through. So pull through on that yarn and then tighten it. That way it's knotted and secure. And now I'll show you the next step. Now it's identical on both sides. I have a chain 40 on this side and a chain 40 on the ending side. I'm done knitting my 40, so now I am going to thread my needle. And this is just a darning needle. You can find it at any craft store. And then my goal here is just to hide this piece of yarn where I made the end into the cord. So I'm just going to hide this in where I did my 40 single crochet stitches. And you'll want to do this on both ends. So just weaving it in. I always like to mention that there is no perfect way to weave in. Just do your best. Try not to put the pressure on yourself. And just your ultimate goal is just to hide that yarn. Once you have it in a few stitches, you know, weaving it back and forth and you think it's secure, and just, you know, give it a little tug, and then it's good to just cut off. So just make sure it's stable and in firmly, and then just give it a cut once you're sure of that. Please. So I'm ready to cut, and now, as you can see, the tie is finished, and so is the garland. Let me know how you style your garland.